Hey guys, JoeBiz34 back again. I have another review here. This is with Captain Rex, right, from the Clone Troopers, Clone Wars, 1/6 scale, and comes with a bonus orange helmet that looks like, you could change it up if you wanted to look like the other trooper, and looks great. I did open it up already, but for the sake of the video, I did box them back up. Here's the artwork in between. So I figured you could see a unboxing thing here. You can have him with the visor down if you want. And there he is. Here's the box. The one head sculpt, the one that it comes with, and then the unmasked head sculpt. And it's a beautiful figure for what I have seen so far, and I've played around with some poses, so let me get this guy out of the box and you can kind of see him in all his glory. Alright guys, so I'm back here with some of the parts and accessories out. And first I wanted to show you this figure as is, just to kind of give you a quick rundown on some of the things that this figure can do and what it comes with. And as you can see here is the unmasked sculpt, which looks really nice. Definitely looks like him. Man, I'll tell you what, if there's ever a guy to pick the right part in Star Wars, it's this dude. I mean, if you think about the money this guy probably makes from Star Wars, this franchise, ever since he first appeared as Jango Fett, who would have known the legacy that he would have brought to the table with this franchise, with being pretty much every face of the of the clone troopers, the face of Boba Fett, right now in the Mandalorian, where he's older in that story. Captain Rex, which is a separate character altogether. Some of the clones that are in the new cartoon, The Bad Batch. I mean, anything that involves a clone is this dude. So kudos to him. Congratulations to him, I should say, because he really stepped in it when he agreed to his role in Attack of the Clones, which pretty much started it all. And the funny thing is that he died, that character died in that movie, and you thought, okay, well, that's the end of that for him, but oh boy, not even close. Anyway, so this is the bonus helmet, and this comes with another clone trooper that recently came out as well, so not sure about the redundancy here, but you can utilize that. I don't know if this is anything, to be honest with you. I've seen the Clone Wars, I've seen Rebels, I've seen some of the Bad Batch. I should be up to speed with everything. I don't remember if this has significant relevance or connection to Rex, if he wore this helmet at one point or in the cartoon, or if this is strictly just if you want to turn him into a different type of clone trooper because the armor is the same. I'm not sure. I honestly don't know. But it's a cool helmet, and it kind of definitely has that Stormtrooper-esque, classic Stormtrooper look worked in there. So really cool. So anyway, here's the guns he comes with, the pistols, the hand pistols, which we all know the famous crisscross pose that you see him in, or that a lot of people have posed them in. I'll show you that pose in this video. And then, of course, the bigger rifle, the bigger gun, which looks more like the classic kind of like Stormtrooper gun that they would hold. And obviously it comes out, you have the extender here. So this is the, oh, that's okay. That did not break. That just pops off, and I could pop it back on. So that's cool. I'll fix that in a minute. And then you have his jetpack, which is very Boba Fettish like and Mandalorian like. And then his little pouch here. Now, here's the cool part about this. This is what I want to show you. If you just go like this, it just sticks magnetically. How cool is that? And, which I really wish they had done with Boba Fett in the earlier years, because putting on the jetpack with any of those Mandalorian type up until recently was the biggest PETA on this planet. But now it just goes on with magnetic. It just sticks on. And I'm like, genius. Why didn't they do that from the beginning? Do you know how frustrating it was? I mean, I'm sure many of you watching this know how frustrating it is to try to hook these on those little stupid metal hooks that they give that latch on that you have to spend hours trying to match it up right. So now you don't have to do that anymore. So anyway, it comes with the pistol holsters. If you want to put the pistols in here instead of him holding it, comes with his little skirt here. Obviously, as part of the uniform, the Captain Rex. Right now, I have his pointy finger on because I was having him in a pose. And if you look at the detail on the armor there, he's got the cross, the scratch marks on it. You know, when you keeping track of you know, your sentence, right? And that's pretty cool that they added that detail there to the armor, just like he did. So there it is on the other side too. So there you go. So he has 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So pretty cool. So yeah, and then you have the visor that you could, when you take this off, this pops out. I didn't know that at first. I tried to put the other visor on him just to see, and I couldn't figure out why I couldn't get it on. This does come down to just like, again, very Boba Fett-ish, very Mandalorian-ish, right? Where that comes down like a scope. So that's pretty cool. You know, in the old days, they said that Boba Fett played a part in all this, and that the original shock troopers and such, you know, before the Clone Wars existed, before the prequels existed, there was always this talk about how all the old-fashioned stormtroopers look like Boba Fett, you know, Mandalorian. So it's kind of cool to see that all incorporated in that now, and kind of get to see that come to life in one form or another. And the fact that, you know, Boba Fett was in fact a clone, and, you know, they all look the same basically. So that's pretty cool. So these are the little, you know, for the jetpack to make it look like the fire's coming out, igniting to make them fly. So you could do some cool action stuff with that, action poses. This little piece I couldn't figure out, and this is where I went wrong. And this is the visor here that they show in this picture here. And basically this visor can go on the helmet, but you have to take the head off, and then you have to use this little tool here to pop out the side. So the little side over there, so that then the visor can fit in there. I personally am not going to do that. Although what I wanted to do, which I may do it, is not have it down, but maybe put it where it's kind of like on here, but like pointed up, like he's got it up like that. So I might do that. That might be cool. So I'm kind of incorporating it, but you know, so you have the option there. So we'll see. We'll see how that works. All right. So let me get this figure into a pose, and let's move forward with how this figure can look in all its glory. Alright, so I have him on the stand here. So this is the first pose I'll show you guys. I did end up putting the visor on the helmet, so you can kind of get a look there. And this one I'm using his pointy hand again, his pointing finger hand. And as you can see, there he is holding the bigger rifle gun at the moment. And he's in sort of like a semi-action pose, nothing too drastic. You could still consider it sort of a dramatic museum pose, I guess. And that's what he would look like with the visor on. Pretty cool. It definitely changes the look as opposed to having him just with it off. I don't know. After seeing it in person and actually putting it on now, I kind of like it. And the nice thing, and I just noticed again on his helmet here, I'm going to get in real close here. Let's go all the way in. You can see he's got more of those markings. So pretty awesome that they did that detail. And look at all the dirt and the scratches and the very close up there. You can see that really in there. Look at that. Even on the tip of the visor there. Look at that. That's crazy. Like I said, you gotta love the detail these guys put in the work with these things. I gotta say, even the scuff marks and the scratches on the jetpack, everything just jives. You know, everything matches up. The pointy finger. So yeah, it looks really, you know, it looks kind of kick-ass with the visor down now that I'm looking at it with this. So I don't know now, I'm kind of torn. I thought I didn't like it with the visor, but I do. Now we're going to lift it up here so you can see you can kind of also keep it up like that, which is another nice compromise because the visor is kind of worked in there, but still up. Sort of like when you're wearing a pair of sunglasses, but you put the sunglasses on top of your head as opposed to wearing them. So you could go with that too if you want to kind of incorporate both looks in there. which is not bad. So again, I don't know. I have to say, seeing it like this now and seeing it down, it's kind of weird, but I kind of like it. I kind of like it down. And I don't know if you could do the same thing with this helmet. You might be able to, I don't know if you could pop the things out here too. I'd have to look at the instructions, and maybe the visor would also go on this one. Not 100% sure about that. I have to look into that. But yeah, pretty cool. This is definitely pretty cool. So, all right, let's switch up the look and go for something else here. I also wanted to interject a little bonus clip here just to cover the fact that I noticed after the fact, and I forgot to put it on when I was doing the original video, that there's a little scope here that comes in the box. It's very hard, and it's very easy to miss. It's hard to notice unless you actually look at it. And what it does is when you put the visor on, and I guess you could put it on even without the visor if you so please. All it is it's an extra, it plugs in the place of the plug that you pop out of here when you want to put this visor on. So it's also part of this look, I guess, when you have the visor look going on. So whether it's up or down like that, on this side you have that little added instrument there, that little scope that he has, most likely to use when he has the visor down to kind of guide him or to help aim or whatever else the functionality is for. So once again, really cool. I forgot to put it on when I was filming the other stuff earlier in the vid, so just wanted to throw that in there just so you guys could see this look completed with the visor. And again, like I said before, I think I'm gonna keep it on him like this. I do kind of like this being part of the helmet, whether the visor is up or down, and the little scope just kind of adds a little extra touch to that look. And like I said, down, and when it's down, it kind of, with having this piece right here, it definitely looks more classic Stormtrooper-ish, with that kind of look. But overall, pretty cool. So anyway, just wanted to add that in, that little extra piece is there. It's in the box. It's off to the left of him when he's laying in the tray. So if you look at that and you're like, what is that for? The minute you look at the picture with him wearing the visor, you could see where it's supposed to go. All right, guys, so back to our regularly scheduled programming. All right, so I got him on the turntable in a different pose here. So as you can see now, somewhat did the classic crossing of the guns pose. Not perfect. I could work on it some more, but just for the sake of the video, to kind of give you an idea, this is yet another pose you could do. I've kept the visor on, and then at this point just kind of keeping it up on his head for this one. And I think I'm going to keep this now that now that I got it on there. I think I'm going to keep that visor there. I kind of do like the option. I really do. Kind of torn. We'll give him one more spin around, then I'll show you. Let me knock it down now. And there it is, down. And yeah, kind of badass. Like I said, once again, pretty cool. But there he is in that look. All right, so let's switch it up and do something different now. Kind of keep the showcasing going here so you can see all the things you could do with this figure. This is a really nice figure, by the way. Captain Rex. This figure blows me away. This is a really impressive figure. And I haven't even done anything really dramatic yet. They do give a stand. This is the stand that it comes with. It says Captain Rex. And they do give you that dramatic pose pole that you can kind of hang them on so you can bend it and make them look and make them fly if you want to utilize the jetpack look. I did do a pose like that at my friend's house when I opened this up, and had him kind of in his glory looking like he was flying with the finger pointing and the flames coming out of the jetpack look. So it looked pretty cool. All right, moving on. All right, so got him in a slightly different pose now. So now you can kind of see how you can utilize the other helmets and such. I have him with his thumbs up sign, and he's giving the thumbs up unmasked while holding the bonus orange helmet. Still got his jetpack on, which you can easily take on and off thanks to the magnetic system, which I love. And like I said, this head sculpt is great. Really captures his look. And, Rex, as you know, has various looks. In the Rebels cartoons, when he's older looking and he's got the gray hair, he's got kind of like the military cut gray spiky hair and sort of the beard. So there's old Rex, and maybe they'll make that into a figure at some point too, I would imagine. But this was him from his glory days in Clone Wars. And I would really like to see him show up. And I would imagine at this point, with all the Mandalorian stuff and all the series to come, I would imagine at some point we're going to see him in live action. I think that would be great. Whether it's older or a flashback of him younger. I think he's become a really cool character at this point. So again, very nice. And like I said, you could do the holding the helmet. I mean, this also works. You can have him hold this helmet as well, and have him hold that one into his arms with or without the visor. But you get the idea. All right, and here's another yet a pose. Now I'm utilizing the last of the 3 head sculpts you get with this. I mean, if you think about it, for what you're getting here, you're getting a lot for your money here. You literally are getting 3 different head sculpts. You have the orange one here, you have the unmasked one, and then you have, of course, the original Captain Rex that has multiple looks, with the visor down, with the visor up, or with no visor at all. So, I mean, you get a lot, bang for your buck here with this. A lot of cool accessories, a lot of different hand gestures, the different weapons, both hand rifles, handheld pistols, and then obviously the bigger rifle, the jetpack, the stand, and again, not a bad deal. And I gotta say, this figure can do no wrong. Really nice. This is a really nice figure that you just, you can't go wrong, and you can't. No matter how you pose it, no matter which way you pose it, it's just, it looks great. This is a really fantastic figure. It comes with a lot of accessories, comes with a lot of parts. It comes with a lot of different looks. You have a lot of posability here. I'm going to do one more pose so that you guys can see, and I think this will be the granddaddy, and that'll end the vid there. I'll be right back. All right, so here's my last attempt at a dramatic pose on the turntable. And again, nothing too extravagant, but just to give you an idea, of what you could do. I mean, he's going all the way up to the top here. And as you could see, let me see if I could adjust the lighting here. I'm going to raise the lighting so you can kind of see it better up here. But as you could see, you could do some really wild, cool stuff. And the stand and the pole that comes with it kind of gives you that option to basically do the flying poses and give the illusion that he's, uplifted in the air. He's lifted in the air and he's hovering and flying. And then with the addition of the torches there, or the flames coming out of the jetpack, it definitely does give you the feeling like he's taken off. Really cool stuff here. So, yeah, so this is a great figure. This is a home run. I think this is a must-have, definitely a good pickup. If you're into Star Wars, into Captain Rex, into the Clone Wars, or just into the whole ordeal, the whole deal of Star Wars regardless, this is a must-have. And I am, really blown away by the figure and what it comes with and what you could do with it. I think it's got a lot of versatility. I think it's got a lot of options, a lot of different looks you can inspire to have, and a lot of action poses, or you can go for the less dramatic, more museum style poses. Sky's the limit, The balance is good, so you can kind of do it with confidence. You see he's spinning and he's not falling, so overall, great stuff. So anyway, other than having OCD, figuring out which pose you ultimately want to do with it, it's a lot of fun to change it up. You can definitely, and there's the visor down once more. If you want the visor, and I got to tell you, like I said, the visor really grew on me during this review while posing him this way. I really enjoy that look. So I don't know. It's going to be very interesting ultimately how we do it. I mean, there's people out there who would probably get more than one and do different things, but not sure. For me, I think one's enough. It's just a matter of which one do I go with, and or do I army build with this one and get a few other ones to go along with it and kind of complete the trio. I don't know. I don't think so. I think one's enough, but it's fun to know that, when you get bored with it, you could just change it up, put a different head sculpt on him, or change his pose, and it's like having a new figure again. Another review of another great Hot Toys figure, and proud to own this one. Really like it, really digging it, and if you're on the fence, I would say pull the trigger and go for it. It's definitely worth it. All right, guys. Till next time, JoeBiz34. Peace out.